Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Seminar Proposal Lecturers Mrs. Ene Arawati Saragi and the Honorable Examiners. Good morning. First of all, let me introduce my name is Sindi Febriannisa Syafrudin from English Education Program. In this morning, I would like to thank for the opportunity that has been given to me to present my proposal with the title Student Motivation in Speaking English Using Song with Jukes Application as Media. Before we go into the first chapter, allow me to read the table of content first. In this presentation begins with Chapter 1. It contains background of the study, research question, significance of study, definition of key term. The next second chapter, it contains study literature, includes students' motivation, speaking, and song. And for the last chapter, it's research methodology. It contains research design, participant, data collection, and data analysis. And now, we're going to the background of the study. English is one of the most widely spoken languages in the world today. In English, there are several abilities such as reading, writing, listening, and speaking. Speaking is one of the most important things among the four language skills. Learning about speaking is one important thing because we communicate with each other. Besides having good vocabulary, good speaking is needed. Students not only learn how English is produced in writing, but also in spoken. Bueno, Madrid, and McLaren said that speaking is one of the most difficult skills language learners have to face. Some students have difficulty in speaking English because the written is different from spoken, especially for us as Indonesian and students' motivation in speaking English. In increasing students' motivation in speaking English, it's hoped that a media can help students to be more courageous and confident to speak English in everyday life. One of the media that can be used to learn English is song. In connection, songs can be a media for learning English in the classroom. With song, the teacher can pay attention to interest students in learning by using song in terms of effective linguistic and also be useful for developing students' phonemic awareness capacity. There are several music applications with lyric feature. In this study, the author wants to research using the Jukes application. With Jukes, students can develop their English speaking motivation by listening to song while looking at the lyric displayed on the screen. Students can easily capture and understand what about the song and can practice it directly. The research question is how Jukes application can develop students' motivation in speaking English. Significance of the study. Theoretically, this study can contribute to learning English by providing songs as media to learning English and also provide example for researchers who want to research this similar research. Practically, this research is expected to help readers, especially students who want to learn English, and inform them several ways to learn English easily and fun by using song. And for the next is definition of key term. The first is students' motivation. It is an impulse that drives students from themselves and the surrounding environment so that they can regulate students' attitude towards the learning process. The second is speaking. It is a skill that deserves attention in every section as much as literal skills in both the first and second language. And the last is song. Song is a work of art in the form of writing and is played with accompanying music. And now we are going to the second chapter, literature review. For the next is students' motivation. According to McDonald, he said that motivation is a change in energy in a person which is characterized by the emergence of feelings and begins with a response to the existence of cause. He also mentioned that are several important elements in the motivation. The first is motivation initiated, change in a person. The second is the growth of motivation is characterized by the presence of a person's feeling or emotion. In this element, motivation can concern with psychology, which can determine a person's behavior. And the last is motivation exists because of a purpose. Motivation arises in a person because of a goal that involves a matter of need. For the next is there are factors can affecting learners' motivation in English language education. These factors including the first is lack of motivation, such as not believing in yourself, lack of extensive knowledge, boring learning activities, teacher who do not provide interesting innovation and difficult subject. The next is learning has a social function when students have reason to use the language they have acquired. The third, environmental factors can also affect students' motivation. In this situation, students have high motivation in learning, but they are burdened with unsupportive environmental conditions such as narrow classroom, unfriendly friends. Students may lose motivation. And for the last is teachers. Students' motivation will depend on how the teachers teach. If the teacher teaches according to the needs of students, providing learning innovations that can help students and also be interesting. And for the next literature review is speaking. That there are several aspects of speaking such as pronunciation, vocabulary, fluency, accents, and grammar. The first is accuracy. In English means correct grammatical form, vocabulary, and pronunciation. Pronunciation is an important aspect of speaking English. In English, different slang will mean different meanings. Vocabulary is needed as a basic of learning. The second is fluency. According to Becker, in speaking fluency, everyone has their own level of speed according to comfort. The third is accent. Accent from one speaker to another must be different. Accent is a complex aspect of language. And the third material is song. Songs allow learners to repeat and to memorize chunks of language. This contributes to vocabulary learning too. Repetition is needed to help learners remember words. By repeatedly listening and studying these songs, students will gradually correct their mistake in speaking English. And for the last chapter is research methodology. The first is research design. This research uses qualitative approach. And for the next is participant of the study. Participant of the study is English education students of Khaldun University Bogor in the academic year 2018 and 2021 for example. Data collection is interview, questionnaire, study, leader. And for data analysis, the process of the data analysis, this research will be held into the following steps. The first is data reduction. Data provides a clear picture of the result of observation, interview, and documentation. The next is data display or presentation of data. And the last step is conclusion drawing or verification. It made by conclusion based on data that has been processed through data reduction and display. That's all from me. I apologize for all the mistakes. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.